naming alkyl halides is essentially the same as naming branched alkanes, except that we have fluoros, that's a fluorine, chloros for chlorine, bromos for bromine, and iodo for iodine. So A is a methane because it's got one carbon and it's got three iodines. So that's triiodomethane. I don't need numbers for the iodines because they can only be on the first carbon. So they don't actually need that. Here I've got 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pick my branching to include on my parent chain the branch as well as the chlorine. So B is going to be a C comes before M, right? Methyl chloro. So I'm going to have a 3 chloro, 2 methyl, propene. Now the reason that I listed the C before the M is alphabetical order, but the reason that I put a 3 on the chloro is that this is an alkene, and I will always pick the alkene to be on the first carbon or the earliest carbon. Propene can only have a double bond on its first carbon. So this is a bit of a complicated one. I would be not inclined to ask you this specifically on a test because it's got both the alkene as well as a chloro. So that's kind of like having two different functional groups. Technically, this is a functional group and this isn't. But in the curriculum, they don't like us to ask questions where we're asking both of those things. So I'll try to avoid that on your unit tests, and it shouldn't show up where you need to name that on the diploma. C, here, we've got a methyl again. This is a tricky one because is this a carbon with 2 hydrogens and a carbon with 2 iodines? Or is this a carbon with 2 hydrogens and 2 chlorines? It's a bad molecule. I'll try to avoid that on tests as well. So I believe that this is actually 2 chlorines on methane. So this is dichloromethane. If it happened to be C, double bond C, Cl, or pardon me, I, H, H. If that's what it was actually showing me, I would hope that they would give me the actual diagram. And in this case, it would be a 1,2-diiodoethene. But they should give you a structure if they're doing that. D has got, this is a 1, 2, 3 carbons long. These are saturated. So this is going to be a 1, 2, 3 tribromo propane. And E, this is a benzene, so this is chlorobenzene. It doesn't require a number because it's going to be on the first carbon. And F, this is again a benzene attached to an ethene, so this is going to be phenylethene. Why they gave that molecule to you while you're naming organic halides, I have no idea, but that's how you would come up with that one.